Hey everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Republic at War. This is the total conversion mod for Star Wars Empire at War and its Forces of Corruption expansion pack. This game is available on Steam, and you can also download the mod directly from the ModDB site. I've got the link to ModDB in the description for this video. I actually own the hard copy for this game that I bought years and years ago, and I'm finally getting a chance to play it. In the last episode, we finally drove the fleet out of Abrogado Ray. We moved the Mace Windu fleet from Sayukami down to Boz Pity, and Renvar is now dealing with some instability from a Lucrehulk class ship, and we're getting also some invasions on that planet as well. So what I'm most likely going to do is take Windu's fleet once I get control. Here we go. We're going to go clear out this fleet. I'm also going to move Yoda back away from Boz Pity in case somebody wants to make a run on it, and I'll move these acclimators up toward it as well. So we're going to start this episode with a space engagement at Renvar. Just want to clear this fleet out, and then I'm probably going to take that fleet and run it straight down to Jabim and clear out the level 4 battle station that is there as well. Could have put a fleet commander in play, and I really should have in this case, mainly because I've got all 50 out there, but I still got 3 Venators that are not being utilized.
There could be as much as a full battalion of droids down there. It's gonna be a tough job to dig them all out.
Yeah, and I think after this, I'm gonna have to split up my fleet again, mainly because I have a total of 6 Venators here, including Admiral Yularen's ship.
I don't think we're alone.
Here they come.
All right, make a run straight on his engines. I want to hit his engines first, and then make an assault on.
This is General Protocol.
You're going to go straight for that heavy gun. Going to use my fighters. They're running for it. Target our engines. Goodbye. Alright, so the Lucrehulk was destroyed. We also got the heavy artillery gun, so this planet is now clear. Do a pause here for a moment. This fleet has, how many does it have? It has 13 Venator class destroyers. So let me move some of these out.
Construction complete.
I'm going to move these, actually, I'm going to move them to Kuat because I'm saving up also for Pride of the Core. I've been seeing a couple of questions asking, hey, when are you going to get this ship? It's going to be coming in the next couple of episodes. If I save up and don't spend any more credits, I should actually be able to start construction. Mother... Okay. This is an L2 station. Crap. I'm moving that fleet out. I'm playing whack-a-mole right now with the fleets. And I may auto-resolve once this fleet arrives.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, this is the same fleet that was over Honegger. So, I'm going to auto-resolve. Okay, fine. Lost that one. But, whack-a-mole this bitch. I'm going to bring this fleet down, and they'll probably take Boz Pity instantly, but I've been trying to get rid of this Confederate fleet that's been over Honegger for the last few episodes, and now that I have it...
Tactical battle imminent.
Really? Really? Okay, they're going to start off there. I've got a bunch of turbo laser towers. I'm going to move this there. Yeah, I'm actually going to... I'm going to play this one. Even though I have no garrison units on the planet, I should, big word there, be able to repel this. Because it's, I think, some B1s and some heavy artillery guns.
We'll follow you anywhere, sir. Let's go. Hard contact. Keep the scrap merchants busy.
Shoot them! Seriously, shoot them. You can actually see them.
Picking up droids everywhere. Keep it tight.
So, shield generator, power generator's back here, same as it was in the last episode when I did an engagement for it. I've also got an AA gun, I've got an anti-infantry gun. Probably should have made him something different. Close up! Danger close, danger close.
Copy that. Just like it.
destroyed.
I don't think the General would approve. Right away, General. Copy that.
I'm not too worried about losing those guys. I just want to make sure this guy's gone.
Let's move on.
Alright, we got more of them in play.
Destroyed.
All over again.
I think one of them actually landed on my guy.
This'll be quick.
Get close, get close, get close.
This is what clones do.
We've secured a landing
Our
zone.
position is secure.
Okay, I lost my bark speeder there.
Well, move out, men. We didn't start this fight. We're gonna finish it.
We
I could have
are
easily let them
victorious.
get everybody on the ground, but there's plenty of turbo laser towers on this planet. I think just being able to get that taken care of, we're in some decent shape. Now, we've got my other fleet coming in, and I've been waiting to do this. They're probably going to try to run, but I want to get this, I want to see what I can do to knock this one out. Once I have this one done, I'm probably going to divert away from Shabim, head to Kessel, and get some more credits in play, because that's going to be really helpful. Once again, I didn't put Mace in charge, so I'm going to be limited on fighter support here. Okay, we got carriers,
That's how we'll win
supply
this war.
ships.
One battle at a time. Get at your disposal.
Bring you guys up front, because for some reason this acclimator feels like it needs to be in the front of the pack, which,
This old
if you
Jedi
want to
still
get
has a
blown
few
to hell,
tricks up his sleeve.
okay.
You cannot program a droid to think creatively.
Okay,
Light Corvette standing by.
let's get these Corvettes up front.
Corvette acknowledges.
Vultures! Sir,
Hit them.
I know, sir.
Don't lose focus for a moment.
Don't budge up.
As droid production goes up, the quality goes down.
Swoop to blue leader. Group 2 is standing by. Over. Right away, sir. Don't budge up.
Grab my main group of ships.
Droid armies
Move 'em
only
up as one.
advantage is
All right, you general.
numbers.
Alright,
I sense we are in danger.
you guys have a target. Supply ships, that's what they are.
It's not looking good, sir. Watch your six. Oh, we've got a problem.
Start engaging targets.
This is bad. Don't budge up. I read you, General.
My saber is ready.
There's too many of them.
Targeting your engines. That cruiser's crippled. It almost looks like they're just trying to run through the lines to make it towards a hyperspace point, but I know there ain't one of those out here. Make sure I can get her shield generator. Alright, shields are gone. Moving up to the next one.
A Jedi in touch with the Force is never
On targets. Fire to discretion.
I don't think we're
Overload shield generators.
I feel danger is close.
Engines, make sure she's not going anywhere.
This
Alright.
is General Plo Koon.
Get into the
Maybe
fight.
advanced in years, but my skills are as sharp as ever.
I'm gonna bring my arc fighters off. I think they're gonna try to make a hyperspace jump now.
This old Jedi
Yep, they're running.
still has a few tricks up his
Two
sleeve.
is standing by. Over.
Fighters, fighters. One patrol frigate's gonna get away. 54,000. I should, since we actually started the new day, probably at the beginning of that engagement.
Building started.
Pause. I have enough. Let's start work on the Pride of the Core.
Ready for
Vehicle in
battle, sir.
production.
Oh, it's only a minute and a half. I thought it was gonna be longer. Alright, take these vendors up to Karita
Beginning construction.
to defend against that. And Anakin's fleet is way out of position now. I'm gonna move it up to Karita as well. And not put those vendors in the exact same spot because I'm realizing they're supposed to go with this fleet.
Construction
Put
complete.
Plo Koon in charge of this fleet. Once they arrive, I'll make my way down to Kessel.
Constructing unit. Building cancelled.
Outpost. Outpost, that's what I
Beginning
want.
construction.
Okay. Now I've got some reinforcements.
Ready for
Jabim
battle, sir.
is still on the list to go for. Man, that thing is going up fast. I think something's up with that. I don't think it's supposed to go that fast. I'm also going to get a couple of Imperial Star Destroyers, because why the hell not? Right of the core, some Imperial Star Destroyers. I'll get some support ships to go with it. But Kessel, L3 Battle Station. We got Plo Koon in there. Looks like it's got a small garrison as well. When I do the land invasion for Kessel, I am going to leave some troops behind. I may even leave an ATTE on the planet. Alright, let's see what we got.
Choose your
Oh man, this
reinforcements.
is gonna be fun.
Creatively.
Looks like the station's snuggled back in among these rocks.
Battle at a time.
Stand ready.
Okay. See how, even though I'm getting closer, this is not disappearing, which means I'm really close to the station. Odd is that I'm being told to come in this way.
Cancelled.
Calculating trajectory.
I may lose a Venator doing this, but I've got plenty, so I'm almost okay with it. Almost.
Trajectory plotted.
Coming in way far back.
Calculating trajectory.
In fact, the station, I think, just became
On your
visible.
order.
Yep, there it is. It's starting to decloak or be revealed in the fog there.
We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory plotted. Calculating trajectory. We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory plotted. Calculating trajectory.
Changing course. Course plotted.
These
We'll get there, sir.
guys. These
Changing course.
guys.
Course plotted.
Yeah, that'll work too. Bring a couple of these guys.
We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory plotted.
Alright. Click, click.
We've got company.
Boom.
Don't lose focus for a moment.
Yes, General.
Target the shield generator. It's at an odd orientation.
My pleasure, General. Yes, sir. Droid incoming. Yes, sir. We're on it, General.
Alright, shields are gone. Alright, guys. Get up close and say hi.
As droid production goes up, the quality goes down.
Concussion missile. Alright. They're all offline.
Your move, General.
I do really like doing that, where I just drop out of hyperspace, bring everything down on top of them. If this were a real war, it would almost be like
I sense
just a
we are in
full-on ambush. Don't even give them enough time to send out a distress signal. That droid's like, I'm in trouble.
Enemy has been defeated.
Alright, so let's see. Little over 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes into the video right now, and we're doing pretty good on our objectives here.
Ready for
Complete.
battle, sir.
Got some tanks now on Boz Pity, in case they decide to land more stuff. Mechas is a concern for me because of everything they're building up.
We're ready for battle, sir.
72%, I'm just amazed. I'm going to move Palpatine to Alderaan, so I can start building some of these other support ships for the fleet.
Unit in production.
Then to Korlag. What am I building
We're
here?
ready for battle, sir.
Arquitens,
Vehicle in production.
Eltas, Stealth Ship.
Unit in
Why not?
production.
Looks a little bit like the Vorkniks, if you ask me. And if you don't know that ship, I
Invasion
totally implore you to go
commencing.
back and watch some of the stuff from TIE Fighter, the DOS game that came out back in the 90s. And with Star Wars Rebels finishing up now, Grand Admiral Thrawn was actually pretty instrumental in that game. And the Vorkniks was an experimental Corellian corvette that had a cloaking device on it.
Choose your reinforcements.
Yeah, Plo Koon,
The
Reinforcements.
day won't come
Yoda,
when the droid army
and a
can
heavy
outfight us
squad.
without a 10-to-1 advantage.
My saber is ready. Droids are approaching.
probably.
The
I
Jedi
I would be
everybody
very
will
surprised
still
if
live
they
to
did
see.
not
Negotiate with droids.
have some sort of
Yes.
let's see what we got on the
We've
planet
got
here.
company, General.
Alright, very little. So we've got a tank, a light factory, and a droid works. I can get up here. That's 2. That'll let me bring down a walker.
We've secured a build pad.
In case I decide to come down that way.
Help you, I can.
Alright. In Empire at War, this is actually a big prison complex, and if you're rebels, you can destroy it, or the consortium.
Construction complete.
If you're the rebels of the consortium, you can actually blow it up and get some extra units to use.
Construction complete.
Alright, we're gonna speed this up a little bit.
Come.
I'm just gonna rush this LZ.
A Jedi stream.
Man, it's like you wanted to have a chance, but at the end of the day, you know you couldn't.
Landing zone.
Alright. I'm gonna bring a tank down. I'm gonna bring a walker down.
Judge me by my side.
I love the drop. This guy.
General, copy that.
Ready, am
I know also on my list, on my to-do list per se, is find a
This battle isn't over until we
fleet
strip
commander.
the last clanker.
I think fleet commanders would be very, very helpful for me right now. Just to increase my, just to increase the amount of damage I can do in a mission.
Needed I am.
Especially in space combat, 'cause you can buy field commanders, and that's this unit here. 25% combat bonus to, and increases sight range to all
Construction complete.
to all units in any land combat he participates in.
Construction complete. Turret constructing.
We're proud to serve you, General. Yes, General.
So he's going to take his time. I'm just going to build turrets on the way up. That's a vehicle, his infantry.
It's this place. The dark side does.
Unfortunately, the heavy weapon squad can't. I kind of wish these guys would have the ability to.
Construction complete. Construction
Tanks.
complete.
My tank wants to say hi too. He's a little bigger than you, though. He connected with that shot.
My ally is the
Our
Force.
position is secure. Copy that, General.
Just keep getting up here.
So old to young eyes, twat? When 900 years old you reach.
Never surrender.
Oh my god, look at all those droids that just popped out. I didn't realize that many showed up when you took it out.
Need help, do you?
What? How did you not drop? Alright. Full reveal on the map now. Oh, that's just...
We are victorious.
Alright. Now, this planet gets you 500 income instantly, but I'm going to drop 2 mines on it.
System conquered.
Cruiser ready,
Gonna
sir.
do this.
Building started.
Oh, what?
Building started.
Okay.
Frigate ready,
Him
sir.
here, him here.
Sir!
I'm gonna leave an arc squad and a heavy weapons squad. A tank. Even, you know, I'm just gonna leave an artillery because I've got 9 of them. That's plenty to work with.
There is no time
Once,
for the
now they're done, they're heading to Salukami. Oh, Onager can now
Construction
build.
complete. Construction
Stuff.
complete.
Oh.
Construction complete.
It's not here anymore. Pride of the Core is ready.
Frigate ready, sir. Calculating trajectory.
Yeah, so I built a couple of peltas up here.
Construction
Building a
complete.
stealth ship as well.
Frigate ready, sir.
I almost want to put this in a fleet with Anakin and
Tactical
Obi-Wan, but
battle imminent.
the Farah. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Okay, what are you? Sabayoth destroyers. Weak against not much. Okay then. I think Pride of the Core has its first target. Being very methodical about this, aren't I? Alright. I doubt I'm going to be able to hold out that long against a Sabayoth class destroyer.
En route.
And holy shnikes.
Target. What's my destination?
Head Heads up. Droids inbound.
She already took out the engines.
Fire at will.
I'm a little hesitant to put Pride of the Core against the Sabayoth class.
Upgrade complete.
Stand by.
Reinforcements available.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Triangulating target. Copy that.
Reinforcements
you, General.
en route.
Yeah, we're done here.
Calculating Jump to light speed.
Huh. Okay.
Reinforcements en route.
You know, the day I'm recording this, I actually was watching a little bit of DS9, the final arc, and what was the episode I was watching? I think it was The Changing Face of Evil, when the Breen were finally starting to fight in the Dominion War,
Crews are ready, sir.
and that just reminded me of that.
Construction complete.
I'm bringing Anakin's fleet and merging it with the Pride of the Core. And I'm taking it down to Thefera.
Construction
I'm on my
complete.
way.
And I think I've got another engagement coming up in a second. That was disturbing, though, how fast I lost that.
Imminent.
I can't even put a mining facility on this planet. Kind of a kick in the face. Okay, Pride of the Core is going to come in, then I'm going to bring in all my Venators in right on top of those ships.
Prepare for battle.
Okay. She's already shooting. And this guy's on top of her. So,
Choose your reinforcements.
is this going to work? Eh.
Reinforcements cancelled.
We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory plotted.
I'm pretty much want to bring a couple of Venators on top of each of these guys if I can.
Calculating trajectory. We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory
I'm going to bring
plotted.
my Victory-class Star Destroyers on top of him.
Calculating trajectory.
I do have a feeling this is going to go very bad, very fast.
Trajectory
So,
plotted.
fair warning.
Calculating trajectory.
I'm going to bring my last two in back here.
We shall arrive shortly.
Note, I don't have much in the way of
I'm on my
fighter
way.
defense on here, and this is probably going to be a downfall.
Calculating trajectory.
I still have 8 acclimators in reserve, but okay.
What's my destination?
Everybody unclench and let's see how this goes.
Scramble. Intel says there could be as much as a full battalion of droids down there. It's gonna be a tough job to dig them all out. See a target. Destroying target, General. Locking on. Your orders, General. Ready for orders, Commander. Engaging enemy.
Okay, Pride of the Core's got a lock on. She's already taking some hefty shield damage.
Missiles firing, sir.
Victory Star Destroyers transfer all power to weapons. 56 fighter squads. Select targets at will. Target our shield generators.
Tell me where to go. Your orders, General.
I think coming down right on top of those Sabayoths were not the correct action. They're running.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Target our engines. We'll see how many of these guys we can destroy. I think we took most of them. I don't know what those things... Oh, those are probably the fighters. I took out all 6. Calling that a victory. But back to DS9. Yes, I'm talking about Star Trek while playing Star Wars. In the changing phase of evil, the Breen came in, started playing an active battle in the war. They attacked Earth. They did a lot of damage to Starfleet, and the end of the episode is called the Second Battle of Chantaka. CHIN''TOKA, if you're thinking about looking that one up. And it shows that even a ship that's essentially a member of the cast doesn't have full plot armor.
But we will end it.
Intel says there could
So just think about that, and that's essentially what I was thinking is seeing those Sabayoth destroyers come in. And I'm 90% sure they're called Sabayoth destroyers because I'm still listening to the Thrawn trilogy on audiobook. And that's what I'm actually doing now, since my new job is... it's about 20 miles away from where I live now. So it's become a situation where I need something to listen to on the commute. And yeah, I'm an actual commuter now. It's kind of weird. So it worked for me once, therefore it should work for me many, many more times without any problems whatsoever.
We shall arrive shortly.
How close can I get you?
On your order.
Reinforcements cancelled.
I need to get more Victory class Star Destroyers in this fleet too. I may have put the Imperial Star Destroyers in here
We shall
when they're
arrive shortly.
available. Alright, let's get some ships in. There we go. Freed up some more space up here.
Trajectory plotted.
A 1. A 2. Oh, come on, you fit there earlier. I saw green. Ah.
Calculating trajectory.
A
We shall
3.
arrive shortly. Trajectory
3.
plotted.
If the Jedi must be smart.
Alright. Target of shield generators. Lock S-Falls in attack position. Will this strategy work forever? No. It's gonna blow up in my face, and I'm gonna lose a huge fleet in the process. I really thought that was gonna be enough to take out the shield generator. Yep, shield generator is gone. Target the second hangar. Now it's time to pick it apart. Okay, 65 squadrons. Hunt. I have 22 fighter squadrons. Arc 170 squadrons. Go ahead and just vaporize him. How about that? Just destroy everything that moves. Space station is taking significant damage. My fighters are going to town. Alright. Look at that. I have 11 Venators in play. I think I need to break... I almost want to break this fleet up again. Put about 7 Venators in a single grouping. And just use them as needed.
Let's blow something up. Destroying target, General.
Droids are no match for the power of the Force.
Alright. The S-foils actually... it reduces their firepower, but seeing even with these, I'm doing a boatload of damage. Station's offline. Bring you right on top of them.
The enemy has been defeated.
Alright.
Ready for
Okay,
orders.
Yoda. Head up to Jabim. No, I'm tempted to take on Mechas 3 with what I've got here. I really am. Got Cad Bane. Actually, I'm gonna pull him away.
Construction complete.
I'm on my
I
way.
already have orders. That fleet has special orders. I need to move them somewhere else.
Building started.
Kuat is still building those Imperial Star Destroyers for me. Yoda should be in play, but remember I was talking about I wanted to take out, you know, the top of the clock. Between 12 and 3, if you're looking at the bottom right as a clock face. Alright. So, I do not have repulsor lift vehicles here, but I can drop tanks in. So we're playing, sending a quick text message. And let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Walker on the move.
I got Mace Windu.
at maximum.
I'm bringing 2 walkers in,
The day won't come when the droid
mainly
army
because
can
I need
outfight
them.
us without a 10-to-1 advantage.
Never take your focus off the enemy. There is no time for
The power generator for this planet is over here. So I'm going to go up, get that LZ, and then I'm going to bring in a couple units. There's a sensor array up here. And when I have full vision of the planet, I can just take everything out really quick.
Check your weapons. We've got incoming.
We also have the local humans. They're not friendly to us.
We've secured a build
We do
pad.
our job well.
I'm ready for anything. I don't play games, but you insist. My primary challenge is against my own
There's
skills.
gonna be a firefight.
I've worked hard to
Alright,
Construction complete.
I got a flak gun emplacement.
To the rear. Understood, sir. These
That guy's
droids
doing some
ain't
serious damage to me.
General, prepare to engage the enemy. Right away, sir.
be mindful.
Make sure I keep Windu ahead of the group.
Sense danger.
Make sure he can take any
Unfortunately,
fire from
I'm spending
flak
far too
guns.
much
Yes, General.
time on the battlefield.
Nope, no, no, where are you going? Oh,
On it, sir.
a Republic cruiser. Just camping out in the swamp.
The code will be upheld.
Combat is a clone's natural element.
We must solve the mystery of the Sith.
And it looks like I actually am going to end the episode right after this mission.
Our fate grows more uncertain.
We've secured a
All right.
landing zone.
Right away, General.
Heavy squad,
Right away, General.
2 heavy squads, a field commander. Don't freeze up on my computer. Alright, and now with those guys,
Build pad.
One
I
shot.
have some extended view. Also, my field commander up here.
The way you think.
Don't let your thoughts dwell on the
We
past.
do our job.
Send that tank up for some repairs.
What do you say? The enemy is
More bring Mace Windu and my 2 heavy squads. You know I love these guys.
sense danger.
Nothing deadlier than a clone behind
Construction
the trigger.
complete.
Outstanding.
The dark side.
Super duper.
If you
There it
insist.
is.
General, always leave more droids than clones on the battlefield.
Banthas are filthy animals. I don't eat food.
Yes, General. Copy that, General. Combat is a clone's natural
Okay, so
element.
he's being healed up.
There's gonna be a firefight.
I think I can bring this tank down here.
Yes,
Secured
General.
an abandoned sensor array. The enemy base shield is offline.
Which means all their gun turrets are down
Our
too.
fate grows more uncertain.
Alright,
Right away, General.
I'm gonna bring down some arcs and some heavy weapon troops.
Casualty.
Watch the rear. Oh, there's gonna be a firefight.
The droid army is here. It's time we put an end to the Separatist terror.
Weapons check.
They're gonna come down here.
Understood.
So,
General.
on this planet, they have some pretty good defenses on this planet. They have a
We've
factory.
secured
They also have
a
an
build
outpost.
pad.
But because we're on Jabin, and Jabin does not allow for the use of repulsor lift vehicles, we're not seeing any of those tanks. Because they're tanks. They're repulsor lift vehicles. So they're not in use for this mission. It does kind of skew the difficulty in this mission in favor of quote-unquote conventional
We've secured
Let's
a
show these
build
units, because
Must be some
you can actually, these walkers that I'm slowly bringing in, this guy's going to take a month of Sundays to get here.
This battle is far from over. What is this intended to
Without them,
bombing
I think we
run
actually just took
available.
that thing out, so please shoot all the
What is
droids.
this intended to prove?
Bombing run, here. So many droids come out of the droid factory when you take it out, it's a bit ridiculous.
Ready for battle, sir. Yes, sir.
You can get a few thousand credits if you take out,
Breakers.
maybe a few hundred credits,
Reinforcement point
if you take all this
contested.
stuff out. Not really worried about them capping the LZ,
Watch that
but I am going to go
crossfire.
for the second LZ.
Count Dooku ever shows himself, I will end this war.
Light Factory's almost good. I should almost have those ATRTs, the recon scouts that we see a lot when my base defense is. Because I think they'd be very, very helpful.
If the Jedi must be so,
Yes, General.
He's found somebody to shoot at.
Watch the rear.
Actually,
Combat is a close,
you can do me a
natural
huge
element.
favor.
Right away,
Go blow
General.
that up.
Never give up. We'll follow you anywhere, sir. Right away, sir.
these droids are meaningless. We must destroy the leadership.
Okay, there goes that group.
This battle is far from over.
So note, when I get this landing zone, I can't bring in my transports, I can't bring in my saber tanks, I can't bring in my anti-vehicle cannons. They're all repulsor left.
Clones keep the
We've
scrap
secured
merchants
a build
busy.
pad.
Okay, go get those guys.
Right away, General.
We've secured.
I'm gonna bring down them, and I'm gonna bring down the 187th. I don't bring them in. I don't bring in these huge legions that often, because these specialized troops are doing so well for me.
These droids are meaningless. We must destroy the
We've
leadership.
Ready for
lost
battle,
a
sir.
build pad.
I don't know what that was.
We've secured a build
Is
pad.
somebody shooting at me?
General. Suppressing fire.
We've lost a build pad.
Proud to serve you, General. Understood, sir.
We've secured a
Seppi's better
build
make
pad.
some more droids.
I can't even tell the guy's turret's even
We've
firing.
Never
lost
take
a
your
build
focus
pad.
off the enemy.
Light it up.
There is an endless supply of droids, but a limited number of
The
Jedi.
only good clanker is a wrecked.
There we go. That was odd. Hit the droids as they come on out.
We are victorious.
Alright, if the game doesn't crash here like it did the last time I tried to take Jabim, we're going to end this episode on a very high note.
System conquered.
Ooh,
Building started. Beginning
my
construction.
breath got caught up in my throat there for a sec. Okay, so I am going to do a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of planetary maintenance before I wrap up this episode.
Building under construction.
Just going to order some more units, order some more structures. I've got plenty of credits cooking right now. Kuat almost done with its first Imperial class Star Destroyer. We'll be seeing those in the next episode, most likely with Mace Windu's fleet. I've also got Anakin and Obi-Wan's fleet on the way to... No, it's already here. It's at the Roche asteroid field. But I've got two Arquitens class cruisers coming in with it. Next episode, we are going for Mandalore. That is going to be the key to taking the rest of these systems out, because it's the only system up here that can build capital ships. Once that one's gone, Korriban and Bonadan should fall pretty easy. I'll probably take Nal Hutta too, just because I can. Pirate fleet should go down pretty fast. Then we're going to start working toward Hypori, because it can produce capital ships. Geonosis, same reason. Ryloth can't. I don't think Vergesso Asteroids or Alzok 3 can build them, but I want to start taking them too. The end game for me, I think, is going to be Bakura, Rat-Attack, and Endor to finish off the campaign, which means Mechas 3 is also going to go down as well. So once the top right is taken care of, I'll most likely bring a fleet to Mechas and pretty much just cut down through the 6 o'clock part of the map and then sweep up everything between 3 and 6. I do know this episode is quite a bit shorter than the last one, but I do have the missus on her way home right now, and I'd like to spend some time with her. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next part of the Republic Conquest.